Selection, value, and service will drive you happy.
Back at Altamont, getting ready for the Consolation Championship of this 80th National Trail. I had National, never mind. In the 80th National Trail Conference Tournament Championship for Saturday, we have one game in the books. Stu Straws beat Windsor a minute ago, 59-45, and now the Consolation Championship. This game, I think, Matthew, is a little different than the rest in the daytime because these teams are coming off wins. So, they're feeling okay.
Well, you would think so. They are feeling okay. They come back and got victories after both teams really, quite honestly, thought that they would be heading towards the, at least towards the third and fourth place game, if not the championship game. But they suffered upset losses, each of them, although 4-5, not too big of upset. The 3 and the 6 also pretty close pairing as well. But yet they had bigger dreams than this. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is there's a game, there's a title on the line. You might as well go out and try to get the win.
Altamont's first game ended up a 59-50 overtime loss to South Central. They bounced back, beat Neoga by a count of 53-26. As far as Cowden-Herrick, they lost to St. Elmo Brownstown 76-53 on Tuesday, and then on Thursday beat Beecher City 64-36. So that's how they get to this ball game. And let's get you the starters. First for the visiting crew from Altamont, using that home bench again. They've got the black visiting uniforms on. Adam Mayhouse will start for the Indians, a 6'3 junior. He has 28 tournament points. Justin Geckner, a 6'1 senior, has 5 tournament points. Ryan Armstrong with 25 tournament point starts, a 5'11 sophomore. Clayton Wolf has had a tough time scoring in this tournament. He just has 3 points. He's a 6-foot junior. Evan Cornett got a start today. The 6'5 sophomore got 4 points and 4 boards last night, and so Thursday, so he's rewarded with a start today. So Mayhouse, Geckner, Armstrong, Wolf, and Cornett, the starters for John Nieberge's Altamont Indians. They are 14-6 on the season. Starters for the home standing, even though it's Altamont's home, Cowden-Herrick Hornets. Colton Spar will start. He's a 5'10 junior. He has 4 tournament points. Connor Blackerby, a 5'7 sophomore with 35 tournament points for this Hornets ball club, gets a start. Micah Sandiford is a 6-foot junior. He has 21 points. Colton Burris, 6'2 senior who went over 1,000 in their second game of the tournament, has 27 tournament points. And Trey Pasley is a 6'5 junior with 18 tournament points. Those are your starters for Mark Bain's Cowden-Herrick Hornets. They are 12-8 on the season. So you got a 14-6 and a 12-8 here, so we could have some fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. These two teams are good teams. They played each other for the championship of the St. Elmo Holiday Tournament where Altamont got the victory. And one more note for Altamont. Still absent from the lineup and unavailable is Brandon Runge. He is suffering from pneumonia, so that's, again, why, or part of the reason why, at least, that Evan Cornett has slipped into the starting lineup for the second game in a row.
6'4 freshman. They're missing Mr. Runge. Want to mention there had been a question asked when Neoga, not to single out Neoga, it's just how it happened. Neoga had 5 points in the second quarter the other night in their ball game, and some people said, wait a minute, is that the lowest we ever had as far as combined? I'm sorry, that was Neoga and somebody. Somebody had a 2 and somebody had a 3. And there was 5 points between the two teams. That's what the question was. Somebody said, has there ever been less points for two teams in a quarter? Well, we went to the Kurt Becker machine, and he cranked out the information that said yes. In 1984, it was Neoga and Cowden-Herrick. Neoga won the game 33-30, and there were 2 combined field goal attempts, but nobody scored. Neither team scored in the fourth quarter of their game. By the way, in that game, Carl Kersey scored 22 of CH's 30, and Scott Shuddy for Neoga had 9 points and 10 rebounds. So there you are. Nobody scored in the fourth quarter of that game. So thank you, Kurt. A little bit of NTC trivia for you. Altamont got the tip. Here we go. This is the Consolation Championship. Somebody's going to go home happy on a Saturday. Clayton Wolf with the ball for Altamont. In the corner to Adam Mayhouse. Way out top now to Geckner. He drives baseline and stepped out of bounds. And it's out of bounds to Cowden-Herrick.
You saw it. I saw it. I wasn't sure that the officials saw it, but the whistle did come. and it's Altamont's first turnover on their first trip.
Little pressure by just single-man pressure here. Altamont drops everybody back up court, and Cowden gets it across the timeline in good shape. Colton Spar with the ball, swings it down in the corner to Barnes. He loads it up for three, and he got it. So Dylan Barnes says, give me the rock. 3-0 Cowden-Herrick.
He can stretch the defense. He's a big kid, but he can shoot it from out.
Clayton Wolf with the ball on the wing for Altamont. Down in the corner to Mayhouse. Same set we saw a minute ago. Out top to Armstrong. Slings it back over to Wolf. Wolf looking on the wing, picks up his dribble now. Back in the corner to Mayhouse. He tries to go baseline, but they shut him off. So to Cornett, his shot for two, short. Barnes the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. So Altamont's come up empty a couple of trips here. And the Hornets get it across the half line of the person to Colton Burris. Over to Spar. Bounce pass to Blackerby, who loads it up for three, and he hits. And it's 6-0 Cowden-Herrick on a couple of threes. Altamont on the attack. Pull-up jumper for two here. Good. Nice effort by Ryan Armstrong to cash in from the foul line. And he got fouled on the shot, so it could be a three-point play.
Well, we've seen it throughout the season and the tournament. And Coach Nieberge mentioned how Ryan Armstrong likes that 15-foot pull-up. Sometimes that's a lost art anymore. But on that one, he was fouled on top of it to boot. And the foul is whistled on 22, Colton Burris.
Armstrong's foul shot's good, so he got the and one. He makes it a 6-3 game. I don't know if anybody knows how to defend it anymore.
Well, that could be true, too.
I mean, everybody drives or shoots a three. I don't know if anybody knows how to defend that jumper anymore. So Armstrong taking full advantage there. Barnes with the ball on the side for Cowden-Herrick. Now puts it on the floor, out top to Spar. He thinks about a shot and took it and made it. So they're shooting really well here. Spar just inside the arc hits the deuce, and it's 8-3 Cowden-Herrick.
Hard to shoot much better than 3 for 3 to start the ball game.
Altamont's going to have tough time with this. Armstrong with it out top to Wolf. Corner, Mayhouse tries the three. It's too long. Rebound grabbed out of there by Mr. Colton Burris for Cowden-Herrick. So they're up 8-3 with the ball here. A couple of minutes into the game, Caravello off with a warm-up. Thomas is going to check in here for Altamont in a minute. Left side, Blackerby. Thought about a three. Drives in, now gives off to Pasley. Out top, Barnes. Drives, and he walks. Step before the dribble. They never let you do that. Caravello comes in now for Altamont. They sit down Justin Geckner.
That was the first trip Cowden-Herrick came up empty because they turned it over for the first time.
So still 100% from the field, though. 8-3 Cowden-Herrick, 5:18 to go, opening quarter. Consolation championship game. And it would be some consolation if you can come away with a win in this game. Armstrong out top, pulls it back. Now to Mayhouse on the side. He goes baseline, pulls up, floater for two. No good. Cornett, the putback, no good. Barnes, the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. Pretty good shots, just wouldn't drop. Burris going to the hole, puts the runner off. The glass, good. That was pretty. Colton Burris makes it 10-3. Cowden-Herrick may never miss. Clayton Wolf, corner three for Altamont. It's in and out, no good. Rebound, Barnes finally corralled it for the Hornets. 10-3 CH. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter.
Well, if they don't miss, I'm certain that will set a tournament record.
So Kurt's listening, I know, so I think we got that covered. Spar was driving down the floor, and there's contact, and we've got a foul on Spar.
Called for the offensive foul as Wolf was challenging him out right at the center circle. And that's Spar's first and Cowden-Herrick's second turnover, as well as their second foul.
Altamont needs a basket. Ryan Armstrong got that three, and so far that's been it. Caravello with the ball. They go into the free throw line. Turnaround Cornett. Shot in and out, no good. And Spar the rebound for Cowden-Herrick, and here come the Hornets again. Spar across the half line, waiting on his teammates. There, he says, come on, I'm going to carry the ball. Armstrong steals the cross-court pass, missed the layup. Caravello with the putback is good. Caravello makes it a 10-5 game. Indians crawl a little closer here.
And that's why you never give up on it, even though your teammate looks to have an open layup. You always follow it up, and Caravello got the board and the bucket.
Spar with the ball on the right side for Cowden-Herrick. Corner to Blackerby. Boy, that took too long to make that pass. Armstrong, good job of knocking it away out of bounds. It'll stay with Cowden-Herrick. Spar sits down now for Cowden-Herrick, and they bring in Micah Sanderford, the 6-foot junior.
Brandon Hosick
also a change, right?
Yeah, Hosick slipped in, and Cornett is out.
So that change for Altamont. That'll make them a little quicker. Blackerby, Sandiford drives to the hole. Runner for two, no good. Travel. Wouldn't have counted anyway. So it must have been changing his feet on the way.
And the fourth turnover for Cowden-Herrick matches their made field goals. They're 4 for 4 in that.
Coach Bain would like that one to stop. Cowden giving him hassle in the backcourt. Armstrong ended up losing it out of bounds. Good work by Blackerby as he was giving Armstrong fits back there, and nobody came to help. No. Second turnover on Altamont. So the turnover gives it back to the Hornets. 10-5, Cowden-Herrick in front. 3.5 to go in the opening quarter here. Blackerby to the right side. Bounce pass to Barnes. Back to Blackerby. He's in the lane. Gets a pass underneath. Hasley puts it up and in. Good work there. Nice pass. Hasley gets his first basket. The lead's back to 7 for Cowden-Herrick. 12-5. And a steal. Blackerby steals the angle pass. Going to the hole. Got it knocked away. Foul on Armstrong to prevent the layup.
And no shot attempt. It'll be out of bounds to the Hornets, but yet another turnover for Altamont, their third, led to Armstrong picking up the team's first foul.
Otherwise, it was a cinch layup for Blackerby, so it's out of bounds to the Hornets here. Sandiford inbounds in the corner to Burris. Back to Sandiford, out to Barnes. He tries another three. This one's off the mark. Rebound taken down by Hosick for Altamont. Indians want to move it on down the floor. He stops in the lane and couldn't get a break set. And Altamont turns it over again. Boy, had a great idea. Fourth turnover on the Indians. Hosick penetrated to the lane. He was looking to kick it to the baseline and couldn't get the break set. So back to CH. They lead at 12-5 here. 2:50 to go, opening quarter. Barnes with it on the baseline for the Hornets. To Burris. Knocked away, but regained by Barnes. To Burris out top. Catches the long pass. Bounce pass to Sandiford. Sandiford drives to the free throw line. Corner. Blackerby went high to get that pass. Out top, Sandiford. Shot for two. No. Yes, it is good. Multiple choice there. Yes. Micah Sandiford hits it, and it's 14-5. That's a 9-point lead for the Hornets. Great move down the line, down the lane. I'll get it right in a minute. Armstrong puts it up and in way over the top of everybody, and he got fouled. So Armstrong's trying to keep Altamont close here.
Cowden-Herrick picks up their third team foul on Trey Pasley's first foul. And it's interesting, Cowden-Herrick has had 6 different players score thus far in the ball game.
Wow, on 14 points. Foul shot no good. Pasley the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. That is highly unusual to have that diversity with that few points. Steal here for Altamont. Clayton Wolf takes it away. Gets it to, got it finally to Mayhouse, who was going out of bounds, so he had to shoot. Otherwise, he'd have traveled with it. The shot's no good, but then we've got a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, Hosick grabbed the board, and then he came down and was pushed from behind by number 35, Dylan Barnes, who picks up his first foul and the team's fourth.
Sandiford sits down for Cowden-Herrick, and Spar is back, so Mark Bain using those two kids interchangeably. Altamont in the corner. Caravello hits for three. Inbound to the corner. Caravello takes care of the rest, and Altamont's back within 4. It's 14-10.
So he and Armstrong with 5 points apiece for Altamont's 10.
Barnes for three. Head of the key. It won't go. Hosick the rebound. Altamont a chance to get a little closer here. Clayton Wolf down court, comes to the free throw line. Side now to Armstrong. He's on the dribble, comes to the baseline, shot for two, rims out, no good. Rebound, Barnes took it away from Wolf. Barnes going coast to coast. No, he got his pocket picked. Armstrong and Hosick team up on the steal. Caravello, baseline for two, and he got it. Jonas Caravello has 7 instant offense. 5 Hornet turnovers. Altamont's back within 2. It's 14-12. Spar with the ball for the Hornets. They need a bucket. Spar's trapped. Needs a teammate, too. There's a 5 count. Mark Bain says, hey, I'm over here trying to call a timeout. Somebody ought to be looking. Got 3 officials.
Yeah.
Nobody was, though. So anyway, turnovers on the 5 count. 6 turnovers now on Cowden-Herrick. Altamont makes another lineup change.
Evan Cornett in, Adam Mayhouse out for Altamont.
14-12. Cowden-Herrick still ahead, but the lead is tenuous at best. They were up 9. Now they're up 2, and here's a steal. Altamont lost the handle. Blackerby to the hole. Lays it up and in. So they score off the turnover. 6 on Altamont. Back to a 4-point lead for the Hornets. 16-12. under a minute to play, and it's been a fun first quarter. Cornett inside, got bumped by Barnes, and a foul on the Hornets. Out of bounds to Altamont on the baseline.
And the Cowden-Herrick argument is going to be that they just kind of tripped over each other, but Barnes does get tagged for his second foul on the play. And so we'll see what they do with him.
Sandiford and Spar, the shuttle. Spar's back down, Sandiford back in. Maybe somebody's sick today. You know, that's why sometimes you give people frequent breaks. Armstrong looking inbound from the baseline into Clayton Wolf. Indians down 4 with the ball here, 40 seconds in the opening quarter. Cornett goes baseline to Clayton Wolf. Shot for 2, no good. Rebound tapped by Pasley to Barnes, and the Hornets come away with it. To Burris in the corner, Blackerby out top, Pasley. He loads up for 3, and he got it. Boy, that was good from the time it left his hand. Pasley with 5, and there's a 7-point lead again for Cowden-Herrick, 19-12.
The way they're shooting, you'd think this was their home court.
Man, it's been some first quarter. Down to 15 seconds. Caravello on the wing, out to Armstrong. Back to Caravello, down to 8. Out top, Armstrong for 3. Got it. Ryan Armstrong with 8 1/4 makes it 19-15. Burris at the buzzer from midcourt. Hit off the rim, no good. Well, I hope the rest of the game's as fun as the first quarter. After 1 here at the NTC in the Consolation Championship game, Cowden-Herrick 19, Altamont 15 on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help. Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
Team 15, Cowden-Herrick after 1 quarter in the Consolation Championship game here at the NTC tournament. Stu Straws beat Windsor in the 7th place game. Still to come, the 3rd place game championship tonight at 7:30, and Connor Blackerby's trying to make the all-tournament team. He hits a corner 3. He has 8. There's a 7-point lead again for Cowden-Herrick, 22-15.
The Hornets are 9 for 11 from the field.
Caravello hits for 3. Thomas didn't start, but he's making a bid for a start. He has 10 already. That makes it 22-18. He and Armstrong have all 18 Altamont's points.
And he's 4 for 4.
Sheesh. Guys like day games. Barnes on the baseline. Out to Sandiford. There's the cutter Burris, but he threw it too high. Colton couldn't corral it. A turnover on the Hornets.
Here's your first quarter stats. Cowden-Herrick 8 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point arc. Altamont 6 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 2 at the line, 2 of 4 from three-point land. Cowden-Herrick out-rebounded Altamont 7-5, and each team had 6 turnovers.
Sandiford and Spar on the shuttle. Spar's back in now for Cowden-Herrick. They have a 4-point lead, so Altamont's got a chance to get it down to 1 possession. Cornett turn around in the lane. Oh, front of the rim, no good. Rebound Burris for Cowden-Herrick. And Burris has not been shooting all these points for Cowden-Herrick. Burris goes to the hole this time. Shot off the glass. Good. But will it count? No. It's an offensive foul on Colton Burris. So instead of a bucket, he got the charge and a turnover on the Hornets.
So that's Burris' second to go along with Dylan Barnes, who's been playing with 2 fouls. The team for Cowden-Herrick has 6 total.
22-18 Cowden-Herrick. 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Clayton Wolf with the ball for Altamont. Driving on the side now. Brings it back out top. Armstrong now to Caravello. I think he'd shoot every time. Wolf in the lane. Cornett for 2. Affected by Pasley. Nice work. And Burris the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. Got up there and knocked that shot away. Spar with the basketball now for Cowden-Herrick. Their lead down to 4. They've been up 9 a couple of times. Barnes, corner, shot for 3. Too strong for Burris. Rebound Clayton Wolf for Altamont. He gets it to Armstrong. Down to Caravello. Out top to Geckner. Baseline to Cornett. He got whacked at least a couple of times. Ball came loose, but nice save by Caravello. Armstrong shoots for two. No good. Put back by Geckner is good, though. Justin Geckner's first points. Altamont's back within two. It's 22-20, and the Hornets throw it away.
So the Hornets have their second turnover of the quarter. And on that rebound for Geckner, he put that up with his offhand, and that was big because he was on the right side, and that protected the ball from the defense.
Altamont threw the ball, or Cowden-Herrick threw the ball away. Altamont can tie with a two, take the lead with a three. Corner to Wolf for three. It's too strong. Rebound grabbed nicely by Adam Mayhouse. Then he got fouled by Burris. And all of a sudden, the wheels are coming off here for Cowden-Herrick. Well, and that's enough fouls. They're going to put Altamont at the line here on a one and bonus.
And Burris just picked up his third foul on the play. That's the biggest problem there, is Mayhouse had the inside track, and you're already playing with two. Burris has got to understand to not pick up his third there.
Meanwhile, Mayhouse at the foul line makes the first one. Adams' first point, and it's 22-21, so Altamont's just about completed the comeback. Cowden-Herrick has sent Carson Lorton in. Now they send Burris down, and they also sit down Kyle Black, who'd made a cameo appearance. Barnes is back with Pasley. So it's 22-21, and Mayhouse with one more foul shot here. Adam puts it up, and good, and we're tied. So Altamont's come from 9 down to tie this thing at 22 all, and look at Lorton. He's all away from everybody, and he lays it up and in. And boy, Lorton doing a little snowbirding, and Cowden-Herrick found him the ball.
Well, nobody picked him up, and that was the problem.
And now Altamont throws it away. Long pass. Too long in the black chair seats, in fact. So now, Altamont turnover, their second in the quarter, and Cowden-Herrick's got the lead back, and they get the ball back on a turnover. So Altamont climbed back for the tie, and see what happens from here. Cowden-Herrick back in front, 24-22. Barnes outside the lane for two, in and out, no good. Clayton Wolf the rebound for Altamont. Here come the Indians on the move. Clayton gets around the half-court stripe and a defender, and it's on the side. Armstrong for three, no good. Mayhouse, the rebound, working against three. He knew somebody had to be open. He found Cornett, and he sticks it up and in. Well, that was Cornett's first basket, and we're tied again.
That was just great work by Mayhouse to get the board and then be able to get it to a teammate.
Blackerby to Pasley, baseline, got fouled, made the shot, and now he's got a chance at an and one. Boy, that's a strong move by Pasley.
Yeah, he has shown some ability, and that time he used that athletic ability to get that shot away as he was fouled by number 30, Ryan Armstrong. So even though Altamont's only committed 2 team fouls, Armstrong has them both.
Geckner's down now for Altamont. Eric Wolf checks in for the first time today. Pasley's foul shot in and out and back in. Pasley has 8 already. And there's a 3-point lead for Cowden-Herrick again, 27-24. Altamont's tied it a couple of times. They haven't been able to get in front yet. Wolf, ball's kicked here by Spar. So Indians will inbound it on the side. Got this third-place game coming up after this between SED and South Central. Championship at 7:30 tonight, Dietrich and St. Anthony. Altamont gets the ball inbounded, and there's a walk. Mayhouse gets called for taking the step before the dribble. We've sure seen that a lot in this tournament.
We certainly have. I think kids are a little overexcited, a little amped up, and sometimes that causes you to have the turnover, get those feet moving a little too quick.
Just the third turnover on Altamont in the quarter. Blackerby out top, pulls it back for three now, and it's off, no good. And Clayton Wolf, another rebound for Altamont. Plus, he's bringing the ball down court. Plus, will probably get you lunch if you ask. Armstrong down the lane, shot no good. He got fouled on the way. He'll be at the line to shoot a pair.
Altamont attacks the basket there off of the drive with Armstrong. And I believe this is Trey Pasley picking up his second foul. Team's 8.
27-24 Cowden-Herrick. Armstrong gets Altamont a little closer here at the line. No. First foul shot, no good. Got one more here, though. Caravello comes back for Altamont. Down goes Cornett. So obviously that changes some strategy. Cornett, the big boy. Caravello, guard out front. So Clayton Wolf takes Cornett's spot on the lane here. Foul shot, good. Armstrong a miss and a make. Armstrong with 9. Altamont's back within 2. It's 27-25. Spar and Barnes. Barnes gets across the half line. They were going to go to the cutter underneath, but it's knocked away by Altamont out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Hornets to inbound on the baseline here.
Cowden-Herrick might have been fortunate that Clayton Wolf tipped that pass because a couple of Indians behind it might have intercepted it.
Out deep inbound to Blackerby. Side to Spar. Back out to Blackerby. Thought about a 3. Drives in for a 2, and he got it. Connor Blackerby has 10. 45 tournament points for Blackerby, and it's a 4-point lead for the Hornets again, 29-25. Eric Wolf, Altamont, pass knocked away. Spar got a hand on it. Now it's stolen back by Armstrong for Altamont, and then he lost it, knocked away from behind. They say last touch by Barnes. It'll stay with the Indians to inbound on their baseline. Hosick comes back in for Altamont. Eric Wolf sits down.
Yeah.
29-25 Cowden-Herrick. Altamont has the ball. Armstrong gets it inbound out top to Caravello. Back to Armstrong. Armstrong got out of the gate like a house of fire. They've calmed him down since then, and here's a travel or a foul. A foul.
It's an offensive foul on Thomas Caravello. Set a moving screen out there, and it was pretty obvious. He picks up his first, and that's another turnover for Altamont. They already have 11 in the ball game. That's 5 this quarter.
CH with a chance to go back up 6 or 7 this trip. 3:40 to go before the half here. Corner 3, Pasley, no good. Boy, it looked good. Rebound goes to Hosick for Altamont. He takes it across the half line, hands it to Clayton Wolf. Down low to Mayhouse, who got fouled at least once.
Well, Cowden-Herrick keeps picking up the personals, and that goes on Trey Pasley. So he's done a good job today getting the start, but now he's picked up his 3rd foul, along with Colton Burris, who has 3 fouls.
So down goes Pasley and down goes Spar. Sandiford's back in the shuttle. And also Carson Lorton's back in here for Cowden-Herrick. 29-25 Hornets. Mayhouse tries to get Altamont a little closer again. It's up and it's good. Adam Mayhouse has 3. And it's 29-26. Two Straws won the opener. They beat Windsor in the 7th place game, 59-45. Second foul shot, Mayhouse up, and no good. And the rebound to the Hornets. Grabbed out of there by Sandiford. And Micah will get it across the half line. Micah and Noah, a couple of biblical names for the Sandifords on this team. Baseline, now it's loose. Black had it. It's picked up by Blackerby. He got it to Barnes, who sticks it up and in.
What a pass from Blackerby to Barnes.
Barnes with 5. There's the 5-point lead for Cowden-Herrick. And we've got a foul out at midcourt. Cowden-Herrick sure is fouling a lot.
Connor Blackerby picks up his first foul, and again, Altamont will go to the line. Now it's for 2 free throws as it's double bonus for the Indians.
Cowden-Herrick's up 5. But Altamont's getting a chance to stay close here at the line. Foul shot by Armstrong, good. Ryan Armstrong already in double figures. He has 10 today, and it's 31-27. He just needs help. He and Caravello have 10 apiece. Everybody else has 7. Armstrong ready with a second one. It's good. Ryan Armstrong with 11 now for Altamont. It's 31-28, back to a 1-possession game. 3 minutes to go before halftime. Lorton with the ball for Cowden-Herrick. Sandiford out top to Barnes, who corralled the high pass, and you know it's got to be high if it gets over Barnes' head. There's the cutter. Shot put up good, and it counts. Nice work by the Hornets that time. They rolled Kyle Black down the lane. Barnes hit him with a pretty pass. He got the shot to go and drew the foul.
That foul on Thomas Caravello for Altamont, I do believe. It's his 2nd and team's 4th. So Caravello and Armstrong, the leading scorers by far for Altamont, each have 2 fouls apiece.
Black gets the and 1, so all of a sudden Cowden-Herrick's back up 6, 34-28. Altamont's gotten it tied twice, haven't been able to get the lead yet. Hosick with the ball for the Indians. Shows shot, now puts it on the floor. A little bounce pass, in fact, to Mayhouse. Shot for 2 is short and affected in there at least by Black. Now a scrum for the rebound. We have a jump. Sandiford for Cowden and Clayton Wolf for Altamont. And the alternate possession gives it out of bounds to Altamont.
Wolf was the first one to the floor, and he forced the jump ball in that situation after Lorton blocked that shot with some good defense.
Clayton Wolf in the corner with it, brings it out top, and double dribbles called. I didn't see it, but that's the call. I only saw him dribble once.
That's what I thought too, but I guess I wasn't paying super close attention.
He says he started the dribble, picked it up, and dribbled again, and you can't do that. I agree, but I didn't see it happen. Anyway, Altamont turnover. So now Cowden-Herrick with the ball in a 6-point lead here with 2:22 to go before the half, and then they throw it away. Blackerby was coming to the corner. Sandifer went to the baseline, and that hardly ever works out.
So the double dribble was Altamont's 6th turnover. That throwaway for Cowden-Herrick was their 4th of the second quarter.
But Cowden-Herrick still in front, even with all the fouls and the turnovers. They still lead it here over Altamont, 34-28. 2 minutes to go before the half. Corner 3 for Hosick for Altamont. No good. Nice tap out by Sandiford, but Caravello gets the rebound for Altamont. Good hustle by Caravello. Out to Armstrong. Caravello. Corner to Clayton Wolf. Shot. Good. Clayton Wolf's first basket of the tournament. He finally cashed in. That makes it 34-31. He had 3 points in the tournament coming into this game. And they were all from the foul line, I'm pretty sure. Steal by Hosick. Foul on the shot. He goes skidding out of almost out of the gym. Foul on CH. So Altamont got the steal, and now Hosick's going to go to the line. Altamont back within 3 after the corner 3 by Clayton Wolf. And now Hosick with a chance to get Altamont back within 1 here.
Nothing malicious with the foul, just a hard foul to prevent the layup. But then when they hit the floor, it was a rough landing, to say the least, for Hosick, but he hits the first of 2.
He gets his first point today. Brandon had 10 points in the tournament coming into today's action. Makes it 34-32. He can get Altamont within 1 here. Foul shot up and in and out and in. Hosick's shot took a tour of the rim and fell in, like where it was. 34-33. Hosick sits down now, and Cornett's back for Altamont. So they put in some height here on defense. So Altamont's back within 1. Minute and a half to go before the half. Barnes, nobody picked him up. He goes to the hole, missed the layup, but he got his own rebound. Blackerby, corner 3, no good. Out of bounds. It'll go to Altamont. Wow. Boy, Barnes he was so open.
Yeah.
I think you wait for contact, and it never came, and the layup just came up off the front of the rim, no good.
Yeah, sometimes you surprise yourself when you're that open. You try to rush it.
Tapped it out to Blackerby, and Blackerby missed the corner 3, and it's out of bounds, and Altamont gets the ball, and they can take a lead this trip. It's 34-33 CH. In the lane, Cornett, didn't look to shoot, goes to Caravello for 3, and he got it. Thomas Caravello has 13. Altamont first lead of the day. It's 36-34 Indians.
When you've got a guy who hasn't missed, why not get him the ball?
Boy, he has been in fuego, no doubt. Here's a pass to the corner, knocked away out of bounds by Armstrong. It'll stay with CH.
And he hit one of the Cowden-Herrick cheerleaders with it, said, "I'm sorry."
There goes that date opportunity. 36-34 Altamont. Cowden-Herrick gets it inbounds. Blackerby with the ball. Stops. No, he doesn't stop. He kept that dribble going. He did keep the dribble going for that official over there. Black shot, no good. He got fouled. And it'll be out of bounds, they say, before the shot.
And the foul problem for Altamont is it's Caravello's 3rd. So quickly, Justin Geckner up the bench, but it wasn't quick enough to get him out before the inbound.
Lorton inbounds to Barnes in the lane. Got it caught underneath, but he gets his own rebound. Got it caught underneath again. But he got fouled on this shot. Dylan shaking his head as he goes to the line here to shoot 2.
Well, he's helping his rebounding stats.
Yeah, there is that.
But he'd like to just get these shots to fall initially. That one on Mayhouse is Adams' first.
Let's see what happens here as Barnes goes to the line. Foul shot's good. Barnes gets his first one down. And that makes it a 1-point game, and now he has a chance to tie it up here. Barnes taking his time, puts it up, and short. Rebound put up, though, no good by Black. But Black got fouled on the rebound attempt, and now he goes to the line to shoot 2.
Well, foul on Evan Cornett. He picks up his first personal in the ball game. Altamont has 7 now in the contest, but like you mentioned, Black was in the act of shooting.
He'll get a pair here, and the first one's good. So that does tie it. Black has 4. It's 36 all. Hosick's back. Cornett sits down for Altamont. And Cowden-Herrick with a chance to get the lead back here. 43 seconds left before halftime. What's been a fun consolation championship game. Black shot good. It finally crawled in. And CH is back ahead, 37-36, 40 seconds to go before the break. Clayton Wolf to the free throw line, and he got called for carrying a basketball. So another end-to-end turnover. That's 7 in the quarter by a variety of combatants, not just one kid by any means.
It's been a team effort.
Altamont spreads the defense here. Let's see if Cowden-Herrick has an opportunity here to add to this 1-point lead right before the half. Blackerby sees an opening. Pulls it back out down to 25 seconds. Spar with it out top. Spar around the defender. Gets it to Black. He drove down the lane. Lost the handle. Stolen out of there by Geckner for Altamont. So now Altamont with a chance on the 6th Cowden-Herrick turnover to regain the lead here. Down to 10 seconds. 37-36 Cowden-Herrick. Clayton Wolf down to 5, down to 4. Here's a 3 by Hosick. No good. Rebound Mayhouse. It got knocked away. And a foul on Cowden-Herrick with .7 left in the half. And Altamont's going to have a chance to get the lead back before they go to the locker room here.
Mayhouse did a good job of getting that rebound, but I'm not so sure there was a lot of contact on that.
Well, Mayhouse, chance to put Altamont back in front here. The first foul shot, no good. Hits the front of the rim. But he can still tie it. That'd be interesting. Tie game at the half. .7, that's why I'm saying that. .7 left here before half. Mayhouse has 3 this afternoon. Adams foul shot up and no good. Missed them both. And Barnes the rebound. He throws it down into the stage. And somehow Cowden-Herrick escapes with a 1-point lead here at halftime. Wow, what a fun first half. At the break here in the Consolation Championship game of the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, it's Cowden-Herrick 37, Altamont 36. Halftime show on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located South Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports. Russ Broniker Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of our local and area high school sports teams.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
97.9 XFM. Before we head back to Altamont, let's give you a couple of scores here from the Class 8-2A Boys Regional Basketball tournament there at St. Elmo. Again, this is regional action from St. Elmo earlier today. It was Altamont over Dietrich, 38-15. Also, it was Oblong over Neoga, 41-32. Let's send it back to Greg and Matt in Altamont, guys.
Thank you, Brian. And again, good afternoon, everybody. We're at the half of the Consolation Championship game at the 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. At halftime, what's been a dandy, it's Cowden-Herrick 37, Altamont 36. No lack of shooting in this game, no lack of points, and no lack of fouls, and no lack of turnovers. Matt's going to have a lot to talk about here in a minute. It was 19-15, Cowden-Herrick by 4 after a quarter. They had a 9-point lead, I believe, twice. I know they had that once, but Altamont has come back twice to tie the game. They've never been able to gain the lead. And Cowden-Herrick is holding on by 1 here at the half. It was 19-15, Cowden-Herrick after a quarter. Altamont outscored Cowden-Herrick 21-18 in the second quarter. And at the half, Cowden-Herrick 37, Altamont 36. Great shooting by Cowden-Herrick most of the first half has really helped them in their efforts to win this ball game. Here's a look at the scoring at halftime. For Cowden-Herrick, Colton Spar has 2 points. Connor Blackerby, 10. Micah Sandiford, 2. Colton Burris, 2. Trey Pasley has 8. Kyle Black, 5. Carson Lorton has 2. Dylan Barnes has 6. 19 and 18, Cowden-Herrick's quarters for 37 at halftime. Altamont, Thomas Caravello off the bench, 13 points, but foul trouble, as Matt will let you know in a minute. Adam Mayhouse, 3 points. Justin Gepper, 2. 11. Clayton Wolf got a big 3. Kevin Cornett got a bucket, and so did Brandon Hosig got a couple of foul shots for his 2 points. 15 and 21 for Altamont, 36 points. So 37-36, Cowden-Herrick by 1 in this Consolation Championship game. Earlier in the 7th place game, Stu Strauss defeated Windsor 59-45. Coming up after this one, the 3rd place game between SED and South Central. And then the championship tonight at 7:30, Dietrich and St. Anthony as 1 plays 2. And Charlie Niehaus, the public address announcer here at Altamont, nice enough to give us a shout out. Appreciate that. He also mentioned Scott Beal's birthday today. Scott, of course, heard frequently on our county fair broadcasts in August, as he's one of the able assistants to Mr. Becker on the fair broadcast. So just thought we'd drop that in while we had the chance. Matt's stats when we're back in a minute here. In fact, 2 minutes on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports. Russ Broniker Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of our local and area high school sports teams.
Morrow Shoes, Boots, and Repairs, your Tony Alauman Red Wing dealer, congratulates all the teams and wishes them the best. Stop by and see Morrow's today. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. All teams, stop by in your uniform after the game for a free One Scoop Sundae.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
At halftime of the Consolation Championship games, Cowden-Herrick in front of Altamont, 37-36. More stats than Matt's pen could handle almost.
Yeah, more stats in a half than what you see in some games almost. Cowden-Herrick started off hot, and that might be an understatement. They were 9 of their first 11 overall in the ball game. Wind up at the half, 14 of 23 from the field, still shooting at 61%. And they're 5 of 6 at the free throw line for 83%. and a pretty good 40% from beyond the arc at 4 of 10. Altamont on the other side of the ledger is 11 of 27 from the field, 41%, 9 of 14 from the free throw line, that's 64%, but they're 5 of 10 from three-point range at 50%. Rebounds, I have them dead even, 14 apiece for each club. And turnovers, I show Altamont with 13 compared to Cowden-Herrick's 12. So a lot of these stats are pretty well even when you talk, especially when you look at the rebounding and the turnovers. Taking a look at it quickly individually for Cowden-Herrick, Connor Blackerby is 4 of 6 from the field, 10 points. 8 points for Trey Pasley as he's 3 for 4 from the field, 1 for 1 at the line with a rebound. 2 points apiece for Colton Spar and Micah Sandiford are each 1 for 1 from the field for their 2 points, and they each have 1 rebound. Also, Colton Burris is 1 for 2 from the field. He has 2 points and 3 rebounds. Kyle Black is 1 for 1 from the field, 3 for 3 at the line, 5 points and a rebound. Carson Lorton's 1 for 1 with 2 points. And Dylan Barnes is 2 for 7 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line. He has 6 points and 7 rebounds to lead everybody on the boards here at the half. Also need to keep in mind, Cowden-Herrick picked up a lot of fouls, and Trey Pasley and Colton Burris both picked up 3 fouls apiece in the first half of action, 2 for Micah Sandiford and 2 for Dylan Barnes, so keep an eye on that. Altamont is led by Thomas Caravello. He's 5 for 5 from the field off the bench with 13 points and 2 rebounds, but he's picked up 3 personals for the Indians. Also, Ryan Armstrong's 3 for 5 from the field, 4 of 6 at the line, 11 points thus far. Adam Mayhouse is 0 for 4 from the field, 3 of 6 from the line, 3 rebounds and 3 points. Justin Geckner's 1 for 1 with 2 points and a board. Clayton Wolf is 1 for 4 from the field, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Evan Cornett's 1 for 6 with 2 points and a rebound. And Brandon Hosick off the bench, 0 for 2 from the field, but 2 for 2 at the line. He has 2 points, but has grabbed 4 rebounds for the Indians.
Thank you very much, Matt. And that brings us to the start of the second half. A lot of numbers. Bottom line is Cowden-Herrick 37, Altamont 36. So we will see what the second half brings. Hopefully it's going to be just as fun as the first half was. Cowden-Herrick gets the ball to start the third quarter. They go immediately underneath. Colton Burris tries an over-the-head reverse layup, which is no good. And Clayton Wolf gets a rebound, and Altamont gets a chance to regain the lead, or take their first lead. Actually, they did have a 2-point lead. I said they didn't have a lead. They had a 2-point lead. Here's a runner down the lane. Good. Nice work by Adam Mayhouse. He cashes in. He has 5, and Altamont regains the lead. It's 38-37 Indians. That's how the scoring in the second half starts.
Strong move down that right baseline for Mayhouse.
Illinois is playing this afternoon. Brian, maybe we can get a score on the Illini. They're playing Penn State today. Spar with the ball out top for Cowden-Herrick. Works it out top against Wolf. Side now to Barnes. Cornett keeping an eye on him in this Altamont man defense. Spar shook open for a 3. It's no good. Rebound loose. Nobody has it yet. Burris somehow got it out to a teammate. Pasley shoots for 3. No good. Cornett says, I'll have this rebound. Barnes knocks it loose. Cornett gets it back. Altamont finally clears the ball. Armstrong going to the hole, puts it up and good, and Pasley reached around on defense, and that's a big foul there.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out as they've already got Sandiford up at the scorer's table as Trey Pasley just picked up his 4th personal.
Armstrong cashes in. He has 13, and Altamont has their biggest lead of the day, 3. It's 40-37, so Pasley with the 4 fouls just into the second half has to sit. And boys, had a good day for Cowden-Herrick. Foul shot's good. Armstrong converts, 14 for him. And Altamont's up 4 now, 41-37.
Maybe that basket down there is bigger. Altamont's 2 for 2 to start this half.
Cowden-Herrick didn't have any trouble getting it into the first half. Cross-court pass knocked away by Mayhouse, but it'll stay with Cowden-Herrick as he couldn't quite corral it. Oh, I've got a score in the Illinois game. 58-53 Illinois with 7:53 to go. Thank you. Well, I should have asked sooner. Blackerby with the ball for Cowden-Herrick. To Burris. Out top now to Sandiford. Sandiford driving on 2 and picks it up, and out top to Barnes. Altamont's defense giving the Hornets a bit of a cause to pause here as we start the second half. Spar on the side. Baseline to Barnes. Real close to traveling. Picks it up now. Back out to Spar. Head of the key to Sandiford. He drives, stops, push up for two. Put up for two is no good. Armstrong the rebound for Altamont. So the Indians up 4 with the ball now, and they're starting to establish things here. Clayton Wolf has it out top. He and Armstrong play catch. Down the lane, Cornett, a step, a shot. It's around, no good. Barnes the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. He gets it out to Burris. Burris driving on 2, puts it up, no good, but he did get the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair here. Burris sledding for Burris so far.
Yeah, picking up those 3 fouls early. He sat much of the first half. This time, though, he was able to make an aggressive move, and Wolf called for his first foul and the first for Altamont this half.
41-37 Altamont. Burris to shoot 2, and he made the first one. Colton with 30 tournament points now. Sandiford sits down. Carson Lorton back in. Makes it 41-38 on that first foul shot. Burris' second one up and good. Burris has 4, and the Hornets are back within 2. It's 41-39. Clayton Wolf the ball in the lane. Cornett drives, tried to pass it to Armstrong instead of, or to Mayhouse instead of shooting the ball. And Altamont ends up putting it out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple of things there. I think Mayhouse was thinking he was going to shoot, so he was already boxing out. And then the pass was a little hot to handle from that short a distance as well. Nice idea, but the first turnover for Altamont this quarter.
So a 2-point game. Barnes baseline for 2. The shot is short. Rebound off foul. CH out of bounds. Spar must have touched it last. Altamont ball to bring it the length of the floor. 41-39 Altamont. 5:22 to go. Third quarter. It's the Consolation Championship game of the NTC tournament. Clayton Wolf, corner 3, around and no good. Cornett goes up for the rebound, got fouled on the way back up. Barnes thought, man, I got him clean. But the official says, not quite so clean.
Cornett did a great job of getting inside rebounding position on the offensive end on the missed 3 attempt that went high up in the air. And that's Barnes' second foul.
Kevin Cornett with 2 points today. His foul shot's good. And that makes it a 3-point lead, Altamont again, 42-39. Evan Cornett's 3 points making the difference.
Everyone counts when they're this close, that's for sure.
Here's his second one, and it's good. So Cornett had 4 the other night. He gets 4 in this one. And it's a 4-point Altamont lead, 43-39.
I'm sure Altamont fans think he can keep going. He doesn't have to just hold there.
Blackerby baseline. And there's the cutter. Lorton gets the ball to Burris, now to Blackerby. Thought about a shot, and then he pulled it back because he got hit. Spar shot for 3, in and out, no good, and a rebound Armstrong for Altamont. I'm a little surprised there wasn't a foul down there.
Yeah, something.
Armstrong's double team, swings it way across court to Clayton Wolf, who made the leaping stab of that ball. Thought it was on the baseball diamond. Here's a 3, put up, no good for Mayhouse, and finally Black comes out of there with Burris comes out of there with the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. 43-39 Altamont, 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Blackerby, baseline, got fouled at least once. Armstrong got him.
Well, now Armstrong has picked up his third foul for the Indians halfway through this third quarter. He's going to have to be careful, you would think.
2 changes for Altamont. Hosick's back, so's Caravello. So's Cornett, and so is Geckner. So the size advantage diminishes a little here as that change is made. Going for a little smaller and quicker here. Barnes gets it inbounds for Cowden-Herrick. They're down 4, 43-39. Blackerby out top to Barnes. Corner to Blackerby. Loads up for 3. Short. Rebound taken down. Armstrong for Altamont. He's going coast to coast. Now feeds Clayton Wolf, and he laid it up and in.
Nice play. Nice run of the break by the Indians.
5 for Wolf. The lead is 6 now for Altamont. 45-39. 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Spar down the lane. Can't shoot. He's triple teamed. Barnes loads it up for 2. It's off the mark, and the rebound goes to Hosick for Altamont. Throws it down court to Caravello, who tries to catch up. Saves it inbounds, and he got it to Armstrong. And then he's called for the travel, getting his feet set to shoot from the baseline, and the Indians give it back.
Altamont's second turnover of the quarter. Cowden-Herrick's going to make some substitutions.
Lorton and Spar sit down. Sandiford's back, and so is Black.
Boy, as hot as Cowden-Herrick was to start the ball game, they're just as cold in this quarter. They are 0 for 9 from the field. Just 2 free throws for them.
They were 9 of 11 to start the game. but they're still within 6. 45-39. Burris drives on 3. The shot's no good, and the ball's out of bounds because of a foul on Burris.
Offensive foul, and that's a big one as Colton Burris is charged with his 4th foul as Mayhouse was standing there waiting for him.
Change as they'll sit Burris down now, and Lorton right back in for Cowden-Herrick. 45-39 Altamont, 3:20 to go, third quarter. Stu Straws won the opener today. They beat Windsor 59-45. Coming up after this, the third place game, St. Elmo Brownstown and South Central. Shot inside by Caravello, no good. But he got fouled. Thomas going to the line, trying to add to that 13 points he racked up in the first half.
He'd been settling for jumpers, and not really settling for them. They were good shots for him to take, but that time he kind of surprised the defense by driving to the hoop and picking up the foul on Lorton.
Foul shot, good. Took its time. Caravello with 14 has 35 points in the tournament now. Lorton back down, and another change. Aaron Noren checks in for Cowden-Herrick, 6'3" sophomore. So that change in the Hornet lineup. Caravello's second one, good. Thomas with 15 today. Altamont's back up. Oh, no, they're up 8 now. Biggest lead of the day, 47-39. Hornets can't buy a basket after they had plenty of them in the first half. Barnes drives, doesn't shoot. Baseline, Noren for 2. Too long. Rebound, Clayton Wolf for Altamont. And now it's one and done for the Hornets, too. And now a backcourt foul as Clayton Wolf was going by.
And that foul whistled on Kyle Black. He has his second personal. So the Hornets continue to pick up fouls. They already have 5, and we've only played, well, basically 5 minutes in the second half.
11-2 run for Altamont to start the second half, and the Indians are up 47-39. Armstrong with the ball across the half line for the Indians. Caravello back to Armstrong. Armstrong picks up the dribble, looking and swings it down in the corner to Clayton Wolf. Shot for 3, good. Clayton Wolf has 8, and it's an 11-point lead for Altamont, 50-39. They were down 9 in this game. Sandiford shoots and hits. Count it, and he drew the foul. Heck of an effort there by Micah Sandiford to stop the bleeding for Cowden-Herrick.
And that's a big foul for Altamont as Thomas Caravello just got his 4th personal as he had his forearm right into Sandiford as Sandiford was taking that runner.
So down he goes, and Eric Wolf back in. So we have a pair of Wolves now, or is it Wolves? I guess it's Wolves.
Yeah, in this case, I think so.
Sandiford's foul shot, no good. Rebound, Mayhouse for Altamont. CH is back within 9 at 50-41. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Eric Wolf with the ball inside, reverse layup, put up by Mayhouse, no good, but he got his own rebound. Now it's taken away from him by Sandiford for Cowden-Herrick. He just ripped it out of there. Sandiford across the half line, drives, leaves it baseline to Noren. He drives inside, and there's a foul on those Indians.
Hosick with the hold. He's called for his first foul, and Altamont now has picked up their 4th of the half. 50-41 Altamont. Cowden-Herrick looking inbound here, and they do safely. Out deep to Black. Corner, Sandiford for 3, too strong. Rebound Armstrong for Altamont. He wants to go coast to coast. Down to Clayton Wolf, and he lays it up off. No good. And then Sandiford touched it last, I think, except there's a foul, and that's why Sandiford ended up out of bounds. And that's the 15th foul on Altamont as Mayhouse kind of went up over the back, shoved a little bit, trying to get in for that rebound, and he picks up his second.
So back to Cowden-Herrick here. The minute 50 to go in this third period. Cowden-Herrick with just 4 1/4 after 37 in the first half. Black for the ball for CH. Hands it to Sandiford, and he lost it out of bounds. They double-teamed him, had his back to the floor, just kind of went off his hands. That's plain and simple. Cowden-Herrick timeout. Minute 39 to go, third quarter. We're at the NTC tournament. It's Altamont 50, Cowden-Herrick 41 here on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
All right, time back in. Cowden-Herrick called the timeout, the first of the game for either team. They find themselves down 9 here, 50-41 to Altamont at the NTC tournament. It's a consolation championship game. Third place game up next, SEB and South Central. Championship game tonight at 7:30, Dietrich and St. Anthony. Altamont taking their time this trip, and Armstrong lost the handle, stolen by the Hornets. Blackerby to the hole, got fouled on the way to the hole. And a foul on the Indians.
So now Hosick picks up his second foul. That'll be Altamont's sixth. We talked about all the fouls that Cowden-Herrick was picking up. Now Altamont has more than they do this half.
Blackerby at the line to shoot 2. They say he was in the act, at least on the way to the basket. Blackerby with 10 all in the first half. This foul shot good. Connor Blackerby is just a sophomore, gang.
Yeah.
He is going to be a fun to watch. He's got 46 tournament points now. That makes it 50-42. Spars back for Sanderford. They've been running that shuttle Cowden-Herrick has all day. Now change for Altamont. They bring Cornett back in and sat down Mayhouse.
Yes, I do believe so.
Go. Blackerby's second one. Good. Connor Blackerby with a dozen today. Makes it 50-43. So it was 11. Now it's a 7-point game. Minute 18 to go, third quarter. Clayton Wolf to Cornett for Altamont. In the lane, lost it. Stolen by the Hornets. Barnes picks it up. Now to Spar. 5 Altamont turnovers. Back to Barnes for 3. Short. Rebound. Barnes. Came right back out to him. Barnes steps on the wing with a minute to go in this third quarter, and Blackerby says, you guys go down there. I'm going to run the show here.
That was
Blackerby
Barnes.
Penetrates. I'm sorry.
That was my fault, but Barnes picked up his 10th rebound on that play.
Still in the third quarter. And now a foul out front as Blackerby was getting close to the basket, and he goes to the line for a 1 and bonus here for the Hornets.
That's a big foul for Altamont as Ryan Armstrong just picked up his 4th, and it's 1 and 1 for Cowden-Herrick here.
So down goes Armstrong, and Mayhouse has to rush right back in. 50-43. It was 11. Now it's 7, and Cowden-Herrick can get a little closer here with Blackerby at the foul line. First foul shot in the money. On the money. And it's a 6-point game. Noren down. Lorton back in for Cowden-Herrick. So it's 50-44. 54 seconds left in this third quarter. Blackerby's second one right on the money. Blackerby with 14, and Altamont leads down to 5, 50-45, and Cowden-Herrick gets a little rejuvenated on defense. Hosick gets it down court, waits on some friends to get across the timeline, and now sets it up. Hosick with it, out to Clayton Wolf. Bounce pass to Eric Wolf, down to 35 seconds. Good pass inside to Mayhouse, blocked by Barnes, and then a foul on the rebound as Black got position and got the board for Cowden-Herrick, and he got fouled by Cornett.
Evan Cornett tagged with his second foul. That's Altamont's 8th as a team in this quarter. And again, Cowden-Herrick's just made one shot from the field, but they're 6 for 6 from the free throw line in this quarter, and that's how they're hanging in the ball game.
So it was 11. Now it's a 6-point game, and the foul shot's no good by Black, and Cornett a big rebound there for Altamont. Let's see if they close out the quarter here with this 5-point lead. Clayton Wolf down to Eric Wolf. See if Altamont puts the wagons in a circle here. Yeah, they do spread it and go for the last shot here. Down to 15 seconds. Wolf with it out top. Clayton, that is, to Eric Wolf. 50-45 Altamont. They're trying to get a bucket here to extend the lead. Oh, a collision and an offensive foul. Spar hit the deck. Eric Wolf put the hand out, and a turnover on Altamont.
That's their 6th turnover in the quarter.
To go with 8 fouls.
Yeah.
So, Cowden-Herrick, 6.7. See if they can get a bucket here. Blackerby down the lane, puts it up for 2. No good. Rebound. Barnes puts it up at the buzzer. Good. And it's a 3-point game as we go to the fourth quarter. Boy, he couldn't have timed that any better. Nope. Barnes with the putback, another rebound. He has 8 points, and it's a 3-point game heading to the fourth quarter. Consolation championship of the NTC tournament. It's Altamont 50, Cowden-Herrick 47 here on 97.9 XFM.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
It looks like we might have a final on the St. Anthony girls game into the bin there, Brian. You might want to check the email for that. Fourth quarter underway. Altamont has the ball and now a 3-point lead, 50-47. They were up 11 in the quarter. Hosick with the ball for Altamont. Left side to Clayton Wolf. Wolf squirming and can't get loose. Tries to bring it out front. Picked up the dribble. Now he gets it in the corner to Mayhouse. Back to Wolf. Out top, Hosick for 3. No good. Rebound. Cornett, a big offensive rebound. Corner, Eric Wolf gets the 3. Eric Wolf, a big 3. That extends that Altamont lead back to 6 to start the fourth quarter here, 53-47. Blackerby across midcourt, drives to the hole. Runner is no good, and there's a collision and a charge on Blackerby. Probably one of the few he's ever gotten. But he went over Clayton Wolf, and the offensive foul and the turnover.
Wolf's good at taking those charges. And that's a turnover for Cowden-Herrick, their first of the quarter, and Blackerby's second foul, team's 6th.
So it's 53-47 Altamont. They get the ball back, and it's knocked loose by Black. Now there's a scrum, and Clayton Wolf got it back for Altamont. Hosick didn't know quite what to do, but Wolf did. He yelled at him, go.
Yeah.
And so then there was a foul on the Hornets. Spar's a little slow getting up. But, Hosick was standing there with the ball, and Clayton Wolf yelled up at him, go. So he headed down the floor, and the foul occurred.
Well, and that was a foul that might have really helped Altamont in that situation, because if the officials never deemed that Cowden had control of the ball, then the 10-second count would have still been rolling against the Indians.
True. Hosick to the line here for Altamont. They lead it by 6. Foul shot, good. Brandon Hosick has 3. Makes it 54-47. So now Altamont's starting to creep away again here with 7:01 left in the game.
Still checking that foul apparently on Lorton is his second. I thought Spar was in the area, but maybe Lorton was too.
Hosick makes them both. Brandon Hosick has 4. Back to an 8-point Altamont lead, 55-47. Spar with the ball on the wing. Picks it up out top to Barnes, and the Hornets set it up here. Altamont was trailing by 9 twice in the first half. They led it by 11. It got down to 3. Now it's back to 8. Blackerby couldn't get in. They get it on the side. The wing 3, no good by Black. Rebound, Altamont. Grabbed by Mayhouse. They feed it down to Clayton Wolf. Good step. Shot good, and he drew the foul. Nice work by Clayton Wolf. Good catch. Didn't travel. Got the defender out of the way. Stuck it up and in. He has 10 now, and he'll try for the and 1.
That foul on Lorton. He picks up, according to the board, his 3rd, so we'll double-check that. But meanwhile, Wolf's bucket was good, and Altamont's come out with a quick start to the fourth quarter, and with the way the momentum was, they really needed it.
Mm-hmm. Lead was down to 3. Now it's back up to 10. Wolf's foul shot, good. So there's that 11-point lead again for Altamont. 58-47. It's back as quickly as it left. Wolf's got 11 now. 58-47, so his point total matches the lead. And now on the other end, a foul on Altamont.
They call Cornett. He came over to try to help on the drive from Burris, and they whistled him for the bump. It's his 3rd, and Burris at the line.
Burris's foul shot, good. Boy, Burris has been plagued by fouls this whole game. That's really hurt CH. That foul shot gives him 5 today. Makes it 58-48. So they're back within 10. The second one, no good. Back of the rim. Rebound Altamont. Mayhouse got another board. He clears it to Eric Wolf, and the Indians get it across the half line. 58-48 Altamont with 6:15 to go. Hosick right side. Out there, Eric Wolf. Comes to the left side. There's nobody there, so off to Cornett. Now to Hosick for 3. No good. Rebound Pasley for Cowden-Herrick. And they get it to Burris, and he gets it across the half line. Stops left side, now goes baseline. Fires underneath. Hosick stepped in front of the pass, steals it for Altamont. And he gets it out of trouble, gets it down court. Over to Eric Wolf. His shot for 3, no good, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Cowden-Herrick basketball. 2 changes for Altamont now. Caravello's coming back, 4 fouls in all. Armstrong's coming back, 4 fouls in all. They sit down Cornett, and they sat down Eric Wolf.
The 4 players on the court with 4 fouls.
3 good out front for Colton Burris. He didn't have it long. Once he got across the half line, he buried it. So that gets Cowden-Herrick back within 7, 58-51. Armstrong, Hosick, Armstrong for Altamont. Ball kicked here by Lorton. Must play soccer. And it's out of bounds to Altamont on the side.
And by that, he must play it well.
Yes, indeed. That was moving. 58-51. Altamont here by 7. They have the ball. 5:28 to go. Stu Straws beat Windsor 59-45 in the 7th place game. Coming up, SEB and South Central. Those guys know each other. In the 3rd place game, Dietrich and St. Anthony tonight for the title at 7:30. Clayton Wolf feeds it inside, knocked loose, but regained. And nice work by Mayhouse to put it up and in. Adam Mayhouse with 7. There's a 9-point lead again for Altamont. 60-51. Burris to Lorton. To Burris on the give and go. He puts it up and in.
That was a nice give and go. Got Burris heading down the lane.
Colton Burris in double figures with 10. Good score, gets his points, and now Altamont throws it away. Armstrong got a little too greedy. Tried to find Hosick, and he had about a postage stamp's width to get that pass made, and it ends up out of bounds, and Altamont gives it back. First turnover in this quarter, though. That's a drastic improvement from the 3rd period.
They've had 6 in each quarter of the ball game so far.
60-53. Cowden-Herrick can get closer, but the pass is stolen. Blackerby tried to feed it, but it's stolen by Clayton Wolf. 4th turnover on Cowden-Herrick.
That's starting to be a problem for them.
Armstrong hits the skid, but just in time he got the pass away to Hosick. Now to Caravello. Thomas out top, looking. Kicks it on the side. Armstrong, baseline for 2. No good. Rebound loose. Grabbed by Clayton Wolf for Altamont. He went for the ball when no one else did. And Altamont retains possession, and we're down to 4:10 to go. And now 7-point lead's looking bigger. They get it to Armstrong, and now to Hosick, and in the middle to Mayhouse. Mayhouse goes to the hole. Nobody picked him up on it. He lost it on the way up. He saves it back in, and Caravello gets it back for Altamont. To Armstrong for 3. This one's no good. Loose again. Finally, Cowden-Herrick gets the ball. Lorton to Blackerby to the hole. Got around the defender. Missed the layup. Rebound goes to Hosick for Altamont. He's going coast to coast. Real close to a walk. Instead, it goes out of bounds. And touched last by the Indians. So everybody's just kind of running and not a whole lot's happening. And the change for Cowden-Herrick. They bring Black back. So we're back in Black. And Sandiford's back. They sit down Spar and they sit down Lorton, who are breathing real hard.
Yeah, kids have been working hard, but unfortunately their efforts haven't resulted in a ton of points lately.
Burris to the hole. Stopped. Shot no good. Rebound loose. And Hosick got it from 3 other Cowden-Herrick kids. Underneath Altamont, Caravello lays it up and in. Give Armstrong the assist. Hosick was 6. The lead's back to 9.
And Hosick would get the hockey assist if there was such a thing. He really created that.
Burris for 3. No good. Rebound Armstrong for Altamont. Then go back up double digits. Armstrong down the lane. Got bumped before the shot. It'll be a 1 and bonus for those Indians.
So the foul on number 35, Dylan Barnes, his 3rd. And they are signaling 2 free throws.
Well, he signaled 2, and then he signaled 1 and 1.
Yeah.
That's confusing. Anyway, somebody's going to shoot in a minute. But timeout first, Cowden-Herrick. 3:10 to go. It's Altamont 62, Cowden-Herrick 53 here on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports. Russ Broniker Cadillac, Buick, and GMC, located on South Route 45 in Effingham, proud supporters of our local and area high school sports teams.
And that's going to be Mr. Ryan Armstrong stepping to the line here for Altamont. He has 14. Altamont's up 9 here on Cowden-Herrick, 62-53 with 3:10 to go in what's been a dandy ball game. Armstrong's foul shot good. He'll get the and one part of the 1 and 1.
So we were worried about nothing.
Now, much ado about nothing. But the lead gives Cowden-Herrick some concern. It's 63-53 Altamont. Armstrong's second one good. 16 for Armstrong, leads 11 again. Altamont's had this lead 3 times now, 11 points at 64-53. Spar with the ball for Cowden-Herrick. Working out top, down to 3 minutes to go. They need to do something in a hurry now. Black drives, takes it in, lays it up, and it comes off no good. Comes off no good. Wow. Clayton Wolf the rebound for Altamont. That's a great play. Armstrong to the, Mayhouse to the hole. Shot no good. Another layup won't go. Pasley's back in. He got the rebound. Somehow Black saved the cross-court pass. Now this cross-court pass stolen by Armstrong, and he lays it up and in for Altamont. Armstrong with 18, and that puts Altamont up 13, 66-53, and we're down to 2:22 to go. Pasley for 3 for CH. No good. Ball out of bounds. No, saved by Hosick, but he saved it to Barnes, and he lays it up and in. So Altamont saved it to Dylan Barnes of Cowden-Herrick, and he scores. That makes it 66-55, but we're down to 2:10 to go. Illinois won in a dandy in Big Ten play. Beat Penn State 60-58. Thank you for that score. Illini pride. 2 minutes to go. 11-point lead here for Altamont, and I think they're going to hold on to it. It's been... what a game, man. Armstrong baseline shot for 2, too strong. Rebound grabbed by Black for Cowden-Herrick. Down to 1:45 to go. Black hands it to Burris, who gets it across the half line around the screen. Comes to the baseline. Of course, they double team him. So out to Black, and down to 1.5 minutes to go. They're still down 11. There's Spar inside. They got it knocked loose. Stolen by Altamont. Armstrong comes away with it this time. 6 CH turnovers now this quarter. And it's knocked away. Good work by Spar. Knocked it away from Armstrong. Spar lays it up. It's no good. Hosick the rebound for Altamont. Boy, we've had a lot of layups missed. Altamont clears the rebound. Clayton Wolf gets it down court. It's knocked away from behind from him. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Cowden-Herrick. Yikes. And we're down to 1.8 minutes to go. Keeping up these turnovers.
I'm trying.
4 on Altamont now in the quarter.
There's just been a bunch of them in the game for each team.
Black, and Spar sit down for Cowden-Herrick. Noren's back, and Sandiford's back. Cowden-Herrick's down 11. Burris to the hole, lays it up and in. And a timeout for Cowden-Herrick. Burris with a dozen. We are back in a minute with 59 seconds left. Here at the NTC tournament, it's Altamont 66, Cowden-Herrick 57.
Morrow Shoes, Boots, and Repairs, your Tony Alauman Red Wing dealer, congratulates all the teams and wishes them the best. Stop by and see Morrow's today. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com.
Culver's of Effingham supports all local athletes. All teams, stop by in your uniform after the game for a free one-scoop sundae.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Nine-point game with 59 seconds left. Altamont leads 66-57, but Cowden-Herrick still hanging around. Clayton Wolf will inbound here on the baseline for Altamont. He gets it into Caravello. He's double-teamed, needing help. Clears it out to Armstrong, and a whistle off the ball. We've got a foul. No timeout for Altamont. There we go. Indian timeout. John Nieberge says we're taking a little time to get the ball up the floor here. So a 30-second timeout. It's Altamont 66. Cowden-Herrick 57, back in 30 from the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Diedrich can help. Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun.
Ford, Happy New Year.
Altamont got the ball inbounded after the timeout, and then Hosick's fouled at midcourt by Sandiford with 52 seconds left. Altamont's up 9, 66-57, trying to close this out and post their 15th win of the season. Hosick's foul shot, in and out, no good.
I was going to say something, but I didn't. So that free throw can't be blamed on me.
You were judicious there.
Altamont was perfect from the free throw line in the second half up until then. They were 10 for 10.
Hosick's second one's good, so he starts a new string. Hosick was 7, the lead is 10, 67-57, down to 48 seconds to go. Knocked away from Noren, a foul on Altamont, though, on the knockaway. Hosick fouled him, so here's 2 at the line for Noren with the clock stopped.
That's the last thing Altamont wants to do, is let them score with the clock stopped in this 10-point ball game.
And I think Hosick knows that right about now.
Yeah, he picks up his third foul.
Eric Noren, chance to get CH closer, missed the first foul shot. Spar, Black, Lorton are back. Blackerby and Sandiford and Pasley sit down for Cowden-Herrick. It's 67-57 Altamont. Noren missed the first foul shot, looking for his first point today, and he got it. So a miss and a make, and that makes it a 9-point game, 67-58. Now Noren sits down, and Barnes is back for Cowden-Herrick. Altamont's up 9, 3-possession lead, 45 seconds left. Armstrong trapped in backcourt. Gets it to Clayton Wolf, and finally to midcourt to Caravello. And he gets it out of trouble. He got away from getting fouled even. We're down to 34 seconds left before Lorton finally fouls Armstrong.
And number 21, Mr. Carson Lorton, just picked up his fourth foul.
Lorton had to use his bad hand to commit the foul, too. Boy, I saw him grab it just as soon. He's got that right wrist bandaged up. But he committed the foul. Stop the clock here. Armstrong for Altamont. Foul shot, good. Ryan Armstrong has 19 points this afternoon for Altamont. Here's a change. Black's down, and Pasley back, and Burris is back, and Blackerby's back for Cowden-Herrick. But some other kids sat down. They're not playing with more than 5. Armstrong's second foul shot, good. Armstrong with 20 points today. Altamont's up 11, 69-58, and down to half a minute to go. Spar with the ball for Cowden-Herrick. To Burris. Drives to the hole. Got fouled. Ooh, he got called for carrying the ball. No shot. Turnover on the Hornets. That's 7 in the quarter. So, inbounded by Altamont. Hosick gets it down court, and he gets fouled with 22 seconds left. A foul on Pasley, and that is going to do it for him.
Yep, he will foul out with 8 points and 3 boards.
So Pasley leaves with 21.8 seconds left. And they bring Noah Sandiford in to replace him, his first appearance of the day. Meanwhile, Hosick at the line here for Altamont. Foul shot, good. Brandon has 8, and it's 70-58. That is a new mark for Altamont. They've not led by 12. They have led by 13, though. Hosick with a chance to not match that, and he does. Hosick has 9 as he hits both foul shots, and it's a 13-point lead for Altamont. 71-58, and we're down to 15 seconds to go. Barnes for 3. Got it. I'll tell you, kid doesn't quit. Nope. Dylan Barnes with 13, and that makes it a 10-point game, and timeout Hornets. Back in 30. 71-61 Altamont here at the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more.
Run points for Altamont in this fourth quarter. They lead at 71-61. We're down to 12.5 seconds to go. Armstrong caught the ball, and he just stood there because he knew he was going to get fouled, and he did. And he'll go down to shoot 2 here.
Noah Sandiford picks up that personal. He has his first foul in the ball game, and Armstrong back to that free throw line.
No muss, no fuss. Just stand there and let him foul you, and nobody gets hurt. Armstrong's foul shot crawled in good. Armstrong with 21 today. Makes it 72-61, down to 12 seconds. We're just deciding the final score. Man, Cowden-Herrick had a 9-point lead a couple of times in the first half, but Altamont eventually got the ship righted, and they're going to win it here. Armstrong hits them both. Ryan with 22. The lead's now 12. 73-61, down to 7 seconds. Barnes loads it up for 3 more. It's no good. Rebound Armstrong, and he clears it out of trouble, and that's the show. Final score, and a good one in our Consolation Championship game. Altamont 73, Cowden-Herrick 61. This is a fun one. We still have 2 more today, including one in just a few minutes. Final score again in the Consi Championship at the 80th Annual NTC Tournament. Altamont 73, Cowden-Herrick 61. Back on about 2 minutes here with the postgame show on 97.9 XFM.
It's NTC Tourney Week, and Tingley Insurance in downtown Effingham wishes players fast breaks, jump shots, and lots of rebounds. Tingley Insurance, a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Job Match Personnel Services supports all the area sports and wishes them the best of luck.
Stevens Industries, in business for 55 years and an employee-owned company, has produced a winning team and has job opportunities available from production office to the manufacturing floor.
Come see all the redesigned Chevrolet and Toyota models at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, located south Route 45 here in Effingham, or at danheck.com.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today. Confusing when it comes to diabetic testing supplies. That's why all of us here at Brown's Drug in Effingham have been well trained to assist Medicare patients with diabetic testing supplies, including the major brands of test strips that Medicare covers. Come to Brown's Drug, where we provide hometown personal service for diabetic testing supplies and all the assistance you need for Medicare billings. Brown's Drug in downtown Effingham, your diabetic testing supplies headquarters.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 90 years.
Back at Altamont, the Consolation Championship game of this 80th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament in the books, and plaque presentation. In fact, gentlemen, conference officials representing both schools, Jerry Phillips, the principal at Cowden-Herrick, made the announcement that the Consolation Trophy plaque goes to Altamont, and Altamont principal Jerry Kachuk made the presentation to a couple of the Indians. So congratulations to John Nieberge and the Altamont squad as they win the Consolation Championship. Hopefully we'll get a talk with Mark Bain and John Nieberge here on the postgame show. It was a wild one. Cowden-Herrick was up 9 a couple of times. Altamont eventually wins.